All right. Hi, everybody. I'm Quinn Pettifer with the Gazette, and you are watching the Gazette Gives Back. I've got my guest here, Lauren Livingston with the Alzheimers Association Iowa chapter. And if you've never checked out Gazette Gives Back, you absolutely should. This is our annual philanthropic program. We are so proud to have a presenting sponsor to help us with that. Collins Community Credit Union. And the program is going into its 6th year. So this is an amazing program that offers over $500,000 in advertising credits to our area nonprofits that specialize in the human and social services sector. And Get to Know Gives Back is a segment that we're going to be broadcasting throughout the year and promoting throughout the year on our Facebook page, as well as our Gazette Gives Back website. And this is a chance to dive in and hear about the work and mission and services of these amazing nonprofits. So first and foremost, Lauren, how's it going?
I am good, thank you. Thanks for
We're
having
talking.
us. We love the Gazette Gives Back. It's phenomenal.
Well, we love having you. Alzheimer's Association has been on for a few years now, and the work that you're doing continues to amaze me. Not only for your clients that have been diagnosed with Alzheimer's, but also their support networks, which is just as important and critical. So let's start with you know just the mission and scope for somebody that has is not all too familiar with the Alzheimer's Association.
Yeah, sure. So you're right. We want to reach all Iowans across the state who are affected by Alzheimer's and dementia in whatever way they are, whether they are living with the disease or their family or caregiver. We want to be there for them with, we offer many programs and services and information, from support groups to education programs. And then we also host events to raise money, because we also, a big component of what we do is raise money to fund research, global research, to really move towards our vision of a world without Alzheimer's and all of other dementias, to find those new treatments and ultimately a cure someday.
This has become such a critical component to any family, any person that is either working through the disease themselves or is working with somebody. How have you how have you had to pivot, especially within 2020, all the different factors of, let's start with services, because I know obviously you have a lot of great events and fundraisers too, but in terms of pivoting your services, what were some of those pieces you're taking forward into 2021?
Sure, yeah. So obviously, just like pretty much everyone, we had to move almost everything we did online and virtually, which of course was an adjustment at first for all the staff members and volunteers, but it also presented us with a really great opportunity to reach even more Iowans than we ever have before. We have the Walk to End Alzheimer's in 19 communities across the state, but obviously there are many more communities than that that we serve. So we've been able to take our programs like our support groups and our education programs that we put on for businesses and organizations online. So maybe someone who's living in a part of the state that wasn't ever able to come to one of those programs in person before can join us virtually online. The support groups are offered monthly, sometimes bi-monthly, but often just usually monthly. And it's just a way for people who are experiencing the disease, oftentimes caregivers, to come together and talk with each other about the different challenges they face, maybe the different problem solving and solutions that they've found in caring for their loved one, and just to know that they're not alone. So we haven't given up on that in 2020, and certainly not moving forward. We've just brought it online, and it's been a great opportunity to reach even more people. So we're still doing those virtually and online. We will get back to that in person someday, but I think taking things online has taught us that that's something that we want to continue, so we can offer it to more people.
That hybrid model is really just it's the talk of everything that
Yeah.
anybody's doing in the event space. Absolutely. And that support, like you said, you can't take that away. I've had family members and know of people that are working with loved ones through through the disease, and it's such an essential piece, because you really truly, unless you are experiencing it firsthand, it's really hard to comprehend. So just having that common ground and being able to share and have honest discussions and concerns is got to be a huge value to
Oh
everyone.
yeah,
So what are so this is kind of a staple question in the Get to Know Gives Back segments, but what are some things that people might not know about the Alzheimer's Association in terms of what you provide or what you do? People are
sure.
surprised by.
Yeah, that's a really good question. I think a lot of people have heard of the Alzheimer's Association and know that it's a nationwide organization, but might not know that we are in your communities. So we do have, when we're in office, we do have an office in the Cedar Rapids area that serves the corridor. We have staff people all throughout the state who are there to talk with you on the phone when it's right now, or meet with you in person when we go back to doing that. And that we do offer just a plethora of information and resources that you're not going to find anywhere else. We're oftentimes that go-to place for senior housing or doctors to reference to give information to their patients and families. So we really pride ourselves on being able to be there for anyone in whatever stage of the journey they're at, whether they're maybe just seeing signs of the disease in someone that they love, or whether they're in the later stages. So I think that information that we provide is invaluable, and maybe not everyone knows about that, whether it's through our education programs or on our website at alz.org. And another big piece of what we do is our 24/7 free helpline. It's open all day, every day, no matter what day of the year it is. And it's available to anyone with a question about maybe a sign that they're seeing, or how they can find an event near them, or a support group. Just literally any question they might have about Alzheimer's dementia, they can call that helpline anytime. It's 1-800-272-3900. And you can find that number on our website too. So we want to make sure everyone knows about that too. And you'll talk to trained people who are there for you, and it can also connect you then to the local staff members in your area. So yeah, those programs and services are invaluable. And I think a lot of people have probably heard of the Walk to End Alzheimer's, but if you haven't, that's another big part of what we do. And it's a fun way to celebrate every year and come together as a group of volunteers and walkers. So then we can move forward with that research and the programs and services.
Now, I know, like you said, there's still a lot of uncertainty as far as what that will look like. The walk is such a moving event, and it is such a great gathering and of honoring people and celebrating, and of course, great fundraising for the cause. Do you is there a time of year that you are thinking about having the walk for the Eastern Iowa area?
Yeah, so every year our walks are in the fall. For Cedar Rapids and Iowa City, I don't think we have those dates quite nailed down yet, hoping to here in the next few weeks or up to a month. And they're usually in the August, September timeframe. So if you keep an eye out at alz.org/walk, that's where you'll find all the information about those walks. We're hoping to be able to have it at least somewhat in person this year so we can gather, but yeah, more information to come. We'll have it no matter what. In 2020, the walk wasn't just in one place. It was literally everywhere. People were walking in their neighborhoods, on tracks, on sidewalks, with their families and friends instead. So we'll have it one way or another.
It will happen. That's kind of the mantra, right? We're like, we are going to get this done. I'm not sure what
Right.
it's going to look like, but when we know, we'll let you know.
Yeah.
That's great. Well, we covered you there's the great news is there's such a variety of ways to if people are in need of your services or have questions, that 24/7 phone number I know is much appreciated, as well as of course the alz.org.
Mhm.
If someone would like to support, so either volunteer, and I know the organization again is so well known for celebrating and honoring not only the clients that are going through the disease, but also the volunteers and the support system. You have an amazing network of volunteers, but I'm gonna guess that you're always willing to accept some more. So how
Oh,
can
of
somebody get
course.
involved for volunteering?
Yes, we would never turn away a volunteer. Yeah, we have just in the year that I've been with the organization, even just meeting them virtually, it's just amazing to hear about the stories and the reasons why our volunteers are supporting the organization. And we always welcome more, whether you have a personal connection, maybe it's a family or friend, or whether you're just, you know that the disease is something that it can be really devastating to families and you want to be there to support. We're always accepting volunteers. You can find out more information on our Iowa chapter if you like to volunteer in Iowa and Cedar Rapids area at alz.org/Iowa. And you can get in contact. We have a fantastic manager of our community volunteers named Sharita, and we have a great training program for the volunteers. And really, we have anything from being if you want to be a support group facilitator or teach those community education programs or volunteer for our walks or other events. Or when we're in office, sometimes we have office volunteers. We will find a fit for you and what you want to help with.
Excellent. Lots of really great information, and just keep up the great work. I know your team is just mighty, and you've got an entire state to concentrate on. And yet, to your point, it's very localized. You know, the resources that you offer and the support that you offer. So, thank you for that, and thank you for being a part of the Gazette Gives Back. We are very proud to get to work with you throughout the year. So.
Thank you. We are so happy to be part of it. Thanks for the opportunity.
Excellent. Well, and to our viewers, thank you for tuning in and for getting a chance to know more about Lauren and the Alzheimer's Association, the Iowa chapter. Again, we want to just give a big thanks to our presenting sponsor for the Gazette Gives Back, not only for this program, but the entire year, Collins Community Credit Union, to find out more, of course, about the Alzheimer's Association and all of our Gazette Gives Back 2021 participants. Please go to thegazette.com/givesback, and we will see you next time.